Good morning. And welcome to the grounds, right? We have these funny names for things here. So I'm going to talk about the Young Women Leaders Program, which is a program that I started with some colleagues about, I think, 18 years ago. And to date, we've served 1,500 girls locally, and then we're also in some sister sites around the country and internationally. So this work couldn't be done without an amazing group of primarily women, young and slightly older women. And I just want to highlight especially Nancy Deutsch and Joanna Williams, who head up our research. Valerie Futch has also newly joined us as well. And amazing graduate students, amazing college women, and of course the middle school girls who keep us honest. We've also had a lot of luck with funders who are up there that we're very appreciative. So, why do early adolescent girls need a mentoring program designed specifically for them? You know, as the cartoon says, the parents are behind the shield. Get ready, dear, she becomes a teenager in 7, 6, 5. I'm not sure this crowd needs, I'm going to go through this part quickly because I think you know that for middle school girls, there are a lot of complex and interactive changes. I'm going to focus just quickly on the 3 physical, psychological, and cognitive changes that really provide the girls this age a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of challenge. The physical changes, I think the best way to think about it is, for them, it is Cooley's notion of a looking glass self. So this was a middle school girl in 6th grade. Here she is in 9th grade. That's a huge change. So not only how she sees herself, but how others see her and they react to her. This is one of the things that middle school girls are coping with. In addition, are psychological changes there. In the process of deciding who am I going to be, they're coping with, there's an increase in conflict at this age, both with their parents as well with peers, mood disruptions, social aggression, and sense of sexual self that is rarely talked about, especially amongst girls. Well, they talk about it amongst themselves, but they're rarely provided adult leadership to talk about desire and sexual behavior. And there are cognitive changes. Sort of what parents often say to, or adults often say to youth this age is, what were you thinking? And in honesty, what they would say is, well, actually, I wasn't. When I made that erroneous decision, it was because I was using my amygdala. I should have used my prefrontal cortex, but it's not fully developed now. It's still under construction, and so I had some faulty thinking there. And in fact, you know, some of the great research, I love this research, that found that adults, 100% of the adults in this study accurately perceived this as fear, and 50% of the adolescents misread it and saw it as anger. So they actually misperceive things, not intentionally, so they're reactive and can misperceive things. So girls need a curriculum designed to help them succeed as they're managing these changes. It is not dire for them, but they need support and scaffolding to be the best they can be at this age. How about college students as mentors? Well, there are both benefits and there are risks, and maybe this slide sums it up. This is really the concern and the hope that people have for college women being mentors. They are well suited to mentor in that they are similar age, and where mom might give a particular kind of advice and be thought stupid by a middle school girl, a college woman can say the same thing and she's cool. So it really is a great opportunity to provide, to support parental values with somebody who's cool. They also have similar issues in the middle school girls. They're also trying to decide, who am I, who I want to be, who do I want to be it with, and so it's an opportunity for them to grow and support too. And clearly they're available. What we know in the mentoring field is there are not enough mentors, and college students are interested in being involved and are available. So what are the concerns from the mentoring field? Some of the concerns are that they're not tied to the community. I think that's code for some of that risky behavior. They drink, they maybe have sex. Are they going to teach my daughter those things as well? They're a different race and social class typically than their mentees, and do they understand how to navigate and be respectful of those differences? And certainly we know from the research, Jean Rhodes' great research on mentoring, as well as David Dubois, about inconsistent and insensitive mentoring is actually damaging to youth. So we need to make sure these college students who have different vacation schedules, different perhaps work ethics about being consistent, we need to make sure that they are consistent. So how do we do that? One of the things we need then to make sure, if we're going to use college students as mentors, to make sure that we provide them enough structure and support so that they can do a good job. So we developed the Young Women Leaders Program, as I say, 1997. It's an after school, intentionally, it made sense to have it school-based, after school, and it's a combined group and one-on-one mentoring. I think all middle school girls would benefit from having a supportive adult who is exploring with them these important issues. But we focus on what we call vulnerable youth, youth who have great potential but may not be reaching it. They may be shy, they may be having some academic difficulties, they may be having some emotional difficulties. And that being with a college woman for a year and being taught how to develop their emerging leadership potential is a great asset for them. We have 10 sister sites nationally at different colleges and communities, and we have 4 international sites in Mozambique, Cameroon, Ethiopia, and Nicaragua. We served 600 girls this year in Cameroon. It's very exciting. So the two things I want to highlight about YWLP that I think make it somewhat unique is both the structure and the curriculum. The structure is really focused on the mentor training and support and supervision, and the curriculum is focused on relationship and skill building. So each middle school girl gets a college woman as a big sister for a year, and the college women commit to 5 hours a week. Each pair is in a group of 6 to 8 pairs at a school, and the college women take a class with me called Issues Facing Adolescent Girls that they focus on, well, here's some of the things. They focus on, we actually call it mentoring competencies, so 5 mentoring competencies. The first is what we call knowledge, mentoring knowledge, which is best practices in mentoring and also adolescent development. If you're going to be successful adolescent, you need to understand about their brain development, about their family relationships, about their peer relationships. So I teach them the basics of adolescent development as well as mentoring. We also teach them about the importance of having a positive attitude, we call ZEST, about collaboration, again, based on the mentoring leadership, mentoring research about the importance of collaborating, making a mutual relationship as opposed to I'm here to save you relationship. Developing empathy and attunement, and initiative and perseverance. How many are parents or have been parents of middle school girls? Right. Did it require initiative and perseverance? Yes, right? So why wouldn't it also for the college women mentors? And so teaching them, these are very successful college women, but teaching them how to get back on the horse and try again when the middle school girl sucks teeth and rolls eyes and says you're stupid. How do you not take it personally? How do you stay in the relationship? The class provides also a reality check and an opportunity for the college women to reflect. Many of the college women start off wanting to save the middle school girls, and we really encourage them not to save them, but rather help the middle school girl make better use of the resources that already exist for her. The resources in her family, the resources in her school, in her community, and within herself. So I was glad to hear Reed Larson talking about training that's around dilemmas. We call them sticky situations, and much of the college women training is about their working on sticky situations that have occurred. So for example, your little sister calls and says she's going to beat up her best friend because they're not best friends anymore. what do you do? And really helping the college women think through these dilemmas in a supportive and competent way. We also spend a lot of time helping them reflect about their growth as a leader and as a mentor. They spend an hour with me in class. The next hour they spend in their Big Sister meeting with the 6 to 8 other Big Sisters in that group to talk about problem solving, changing the curriculum to better meet their group's needs, reflecting. This also provides accountability. So not only are the Big Sisters need to show up for their little sisters, but they also need to show up for the other bigs because they're in charge of the curriculum for that week and they develop it. And it's an opportunity for the college women to get something as well from each other. They spend a lot of time talking about very personal issues in the Big Sister meeting. The mentoring occurs in both the group and the one-on-one, so it's 2 hours a week after school in the group setting and 4 hours a month in the one-on-one time. What some of the research that Nancy and several of us have done using qualitative research found that the one-on-one time really supports the academic outcomes for the mentees, whereas the group curriculum strengthens the relationships. So the group mentoring is a space for the pairs to bond. I think people don't talk enough about how hard mentoring is. They make it sound like it's sort of easy, but like any relationship, it's easy to fall in love, it's hard to stay in love. And how do you help college women and middle school girls stay in love with each other and work through those rifts that are likely to occur in any relationship? So there's space for them to support from others. They learn from each other how they've navigated difficulties in a relationship. They bond. There's also the group provides the girls an opportunity to practice some of the skills that they've learned with the support of their big sister there, and also to learn the skills. And then both the group and the one-on-one time foster mentee self-regulation and understanding. So they are really an opportunity, as I say, to practice the skills. So you may be mad at somebody else in the group. How do you practice talking to them about that difficulty in a respectful way with your big sister there helping you? So the mentoring curriculum is based on self-determination theory. We've chosen activities that promote girls' sense of competence, their sense of relatedness, we call it connection, and their sense of autonomy. So all the activities are designed to help them meet their basic psychosocial needs to feel competent, connected, and autonomous. We also talk about all of it as leadership. So we have what we call 10 leadership secrets because it really, and really what they are just sort of skills. So leaders help others. Leaders are respectful. Leaders appreciate difference. Leaders are mindful. It's just a way to help the girls anchor what they're learning and think of themselves as leaders. In terms of specifics with the curriculum, so in terms of some of the things we do to address physical changes, certainly at this age they're beginning to think about dating if they haven't already. So we're always interested, as I said, in helping them make better use of the resources that already exist. So before the college women talk with the girls about dating, the girls are asked to interview their moms about how they went about dating, what mistakes they made, what things that they did that they're excited about, what goals or wishes they have for their daughter. They then bring that back, and that's then the foundation for the college women to have a discussion about that. It also relieves the parents' anxiety about what it is that these college women might be talking to their daughters about. In terms of valuing myself, we do a whole unit on the social media's impact on girls and girls' image, ending with activities where they might write a letter to magazines criticizing them for their use of female images to sell cars, because they don't see the relationship, especially naked or almost naked female images. Psychological changes. So again, early on, we help the middle school girls and the college women connect with the women that are the natural women, the women who are in their family. So the girls early on are asked to nominate a woman who's been a leader in their life, and they fill out a certificate of appreciation. The first year, I asked them to take those home. None of them came out of the backpack. So now we mail them to the moms, and then, and because like 95% are to moms, grandmothers, the woman who is raising them. And then several weeks later, those women are invited to an appreciation dinner where the college women and the middle school girls cook a dinner, and then the middle school girls introduce this woman to their group and tell them why they appreciate them as a leader in their life. It's really a wonderful, very teary moment. We also have introduced mindfulness this year as a way of, if I were going to say what's the key to our curriculum, it's about relationship and slowing down. That those are really the kinds of things that I think middle school girls really need to bring out their best. We also teach them some skills like the ABCs of problem solving and goal setting. In terms of evaluation, we do evaluation of both the college women and the middle school girls, and have been for the last 7, 8 years. In terms of probably the first important evaluation is retention. And again, I think because of our group and one-on-one format, we really have higher than typical of mentoring programs in terms of retention. 87% of the middle school girls remain in the program for the year. 52 participate for a second year. So we offer it in 7th and 8th grade. And in terms of the college women, 96% serve as mentors for the year, and about 33 participate for a second year. It's a huge commitment from college students, so it's really exciting for us that we have such good return. In terms of self-improvement, this is reported, self-reported improvement. YWP helped me improve the way so 70% or more talked about that it helped them get involved in school as a leader, talking with their friends, supporting their friends, really a huge issue for early adolescent girls. Dealing with problems, listening to people who are different from me, again a huge problem in middle school, and interacting with people who are different, and thinking about their future. In terms of some other evaluations we've done, again, the effect sizes are small, but in terms of failing a class, no change in that, but the control group had an increase. Out of school suspension, we had a decrease, in control no change, and fighting, a huge decrease in fighting amongst the girls. And we currently we've just finished a 3-year mixed methods of randomized evaluation, and we're just in the middle of a longitudinal follow-up study. From the college women, we also see changes in their appreciation of difference and in their decreased depression and increased sense of confidence in themselves. So, in conclusion, the structure, I think, and curriculum may be useful for early adolescent girls in that this group and one-on-one structure really provides them support and opportunities for practice. It has the leadership focus helps them find an identity or develop an identity that's quite positive, and it addresses their complex changes. For the college women, the class provides them supervision and support, peer supervision and support, and the structured mentoring activities. Thank you.